Hey team, and something I want to talk to you today about, and that's training with injuries. So, potentially, like myself, you're sitting in the same boat. I've experienced many injuries kind of over the years, especially being a CrossFit athlete. There is a high percentage of you getting injured. I would say it's not kind of, are you going to get injured? It's like when you're going to get injured. Repetitive movements, and yeah, obviously my fault to take it on my on the chin. Like, that's take ownership of that responsibility. So I know injury can affect people very differently from person to person. My experience was, coming off, identified myself as an athlete for a good couple of years. And I think that's when injury kind of hits you the worst, physically and mentally, and just kind of crushes your spirit for a while. I think where you really hold your identity as being an athlete, which is in itself is a problem, all right? So my job and responsibility is to obviously share with you guys a little bit about my experience and how potentially it could help with some of the issues you're going with. And hopefully this kind of resonates with some of your stories out there, guys. So, a couple of things you need to kind of take in consideration when getting injured. Number one, it's not the end of the world, all right? There's, I firmly believe injuries sometimes happen for a reason. So basically injuries that are happening, either complete accident, secondly, overuse of what we call overuse injuries of either joints, muscles, tendons, ligaments. So it's just repetitive use, obviously not taking care of yourself, not getting enough sleep, not resting, trying to perform at a high level or with very high intensity too often or too frequently. These are all going to lead to injury, guys. Sometimes, these things just happen, as I say, accidental. So when this happens, first things first, mentally, this is not the end of the world. You can train around injuries, all right? My first recommendation is when it happens is, after the fact that you've kind of processed mentally that it's not the end of the world, is to find someone to help you, whether it be a physiotherapist, whether it be someone that really knows the body well, someone that can give you an assessment and an analysis of what the issue is, and then structure a decent plan, all right, around that. Again, it's not a moment to just absolutely stop training. That's not really going to help. You still want blood flow in those areas that are injured. So those are big ones. I think mentally, be ready for for a couple of weeks or months ahead, where there's going to be some rehabilitation. And this is all depending on how bad the injury is as well, guys. So another thing you do not want to do is just basically sit still, all right? You want to move without pain in most cases, to try and generate more blood flow through the area that is injured. Obviously, you're not going to be doing excessive exercise on the injured area, but you want to be able to move still. That is going to be important. Then you want to find a support crew around you. So that, again, depending on how drastic the injury, find people that have potentially had the same injury, where you can potentially bounce ideas. Go and look on Google if you are feeling brave, because there's going to be a multitude of different opinions on Google, like this opinion I'm telling you right now in this video. So I think those are going to be key factors, right? Surround yourself with positive people. I think a lot of times when we get injured, we heighten or we dramatize what has happened, and just unnecessary anxiety is caused, and it's just not really going to help with the healing or the recovery process. So myself, I had shoulder injury, so shoulder reconstruction about 1.5 2 years ago. I had really bad back injury through my CrossFit career, and just knees, ankles at times, a lot of box jumps, lots of plyometric movements, so that caused that. But anyway, these are just kind of, you go in the sport of CrossFit with knowing that this is going to happen, right? So it comes with the territory, should we say. So coming off that, we still, I think on a day-to-day basis, most people are kind of suffering with, pain, injured bodies, potentially broken bodies. And I think, if this kind of story resonates with you and you're desperate for help, please do reach out. I'll try my best to kind of steer you in the right direction. And no need to live in pain and in that mental state where you think it's the end of the world. So I hope that helped you guys a little bit. Once again, if you've got any questions or anything further, don't hesitate to reach out and I'll get back to you straight away. Cool. Have a good day, guys. Take it easy.